and the eyes of the sports world turn to Detroit, Michigan for professional football's World's Championship.
Every beautiful loser found their black and blue-eyed soul. The night the Detroit Lions won the Super Bowl. The night the Detroit Lions won the Super Bowl.
Hello. Hey, morning.
What?
Pat's here, we gotta record.
Already?
Let's go.
Oh.
Let's go.
Thank you. Welcome to the 2017 Detroit Lions season of football. Let's get it going! Alright, so 9-7 backing into the playoffs last season. I'm not happy with it. I know none of you are happy with it. The way we ended last season did not sit well with any of us Lions fans, let's be honest. But like Mike Ditka says, I'll quote him again, the past is for cowards and losers. So forget last season, it doesn't matter anymore. We have this season. The offense, we know what the offense is going to do. They're very capable of scoring points. The key to the Detroit Lions season this year is our defense. Losing Hyder in the preseason with an Achilles injury, that's big. Ziggy Ansah's already got a bum knee. He's questionable start for tomorrow, but they're saying he's going to start after missing the entire preseason. It's going to make things tough, but I like our additions with the draft, the new middle linebacker. The kid, I think he's going to be a stud. Hopefully he'll play well beyond his years this season. And if our defense can hold up the way I think they can, I think we can do a lot of great things this season. Alright, week 1. Bruce Arians and his geriatric quarterback come to town, Carson Palmer. Everybody's talking about how Tom Brady's 40 years old. This guy's going to look like he's 45 years old, especially week 1. I think we're going to pick him at least one pick 6. It's not going to be a blowout, but I'm telling you what, the Lions are going to win, and they're going to make a very strong statement on what their capabilities are this season in week 1 against Fat Bruce Arians and his geriatric quarterback, as I said. All right, after a strong win in week 1, I think we're going to get a little smack in the face here in week 2. In my opinion, I think the Giants are going to win the NFC East this year. Everybody's freaking out about, oh, Dallas are so great. I'm not saying that Dak Prescott was a fluke, but I don't know. I just don't see it. Eli's coming to the end of his career, and he's got that want to really step up, and they got the new coaching staff in this year. The Giants are going to be a tough team to beat. So I say we go to New York and we lose. All right, Super Bowl losers. Falcons, you know what happens to teams after they lose the Super Bowl. They usually come back and they, eat a big shit burger the next season. I don't think the Falcons are going to have that large of a drop-off. I think they're still going to probably win the NFC South. But I tell you what they're not going to do. They're not going to win in week 3. I don't know about you, fellow Lions fan, but I hated the Metrodome. That place sucked. This is going to be our first time going into their new stadium. And I say we're going to make a big statement and let them know up in Minnesota how we're going to look every time we come into that stadium. They're going to hate it when the Lions come to town. And they're definitely going to hate it when we come to town in week 4. We are going to trounce the Vikings. Here we go, back to Super Bowl losers. This time of 2 years ago. I think the Panthers are going to have a big season this year, and I think we're going to get kind of a feel of that big season that they're going to have here this week in week 5. I think they may even come to town and embarrass us a little bit. So in the week between the Panthers and the Saints, we're going to have to hunker down and figure things out. I think Cam Newton's going to come to town and serve us, unfortunately. Remember in week 1 when I talked about geriatric quarterbacks? This guy's not quite as awful as Carson Palmer, but I think this is probably going to be Drew Brees last season. And if Ziggy Ansah is still healthy, he might even have something to do with it in this game. After getting shown up by the Panthers at home, I think we're going to come guns blazing into this game in Week 6 before the bye, and really embarrass the Saints. Well, this is the first time you're going to hear about this in this prediction show. Steelers come to town, and this is a preview of the Super Bowl this year. Steelers, Lions. The Steelers are going to win this game. Fine, they can have this game. It's going to be a very close game, and it's going to give us the blueprint for what we need to beat them in the final game of the season in early February. We will lose this one, but we will beat the Steelers in the Super Bowl this year. You heard it here first. Mark my words. After our close loss to the Steelers, our opponent in the Super Bowl this year, you're going to hear a lot about that the rest of the show. We're going to go into Lambeau Field with the confidence that we gathered from our close loss the week before. And finally, nationally, people will be talking about how good this team is when we walk out of Lambeau with a 14-point victory. All right, in years past, when we had skilled teams, we had talented teams, but there was always something missing, cohesiveness. This could have been a trap game. We've got one of the worst teams in the NFL. Let me stop there. I don't think the Browns are going to be as bad as everybody thinks they are this year. This new quarterback kid, for some reason, he's made this transition to the NFL. He looks a little bit promising. I don't think the Browns are going to be that bad, but it doesn't matter. This could have been a trap game in the past, not this year. There's something different about this Lions team. Something very different about this Lions team. We are going to take care of business against the Browns. We're going to win by 20 points. Well, I tell you what, Bears fans, you're going to have, after, I think, week 2, week 3, the biscuit's going to be in there. And he's going to be the quarterback with the least amount of experience in the league. They've been talking, who cares, whatever. After this season, he's going to be able to say that he lost to the Super Bowl champion Detroit Lions in his rookie season. He's going to learn a lot that game. They're not going to be fun lessons to learn, but he's going to learn them. So you guys can look forward to that. We come into Soldier Field and we shut out the Bears. I'm going to go 25-zip.
The Bears!
Safety in there. Hey, it's Thanksgiving. Hi, Vikings. Gobble, gobble. Bye, Vikings. Get the hell out of Detroit, you lose. Alright, we go up to Baltimore this week after a couple of patsy wins. We roll into Baltimore. It's a tough place to play. It's a tough place to win. I think there's going to be a couple of critical route running mistakes here. There's going to be a couple of picks. And I think we're going to lose this game, and we're going to be bummed out because we shouldn't have lost this game. It's going to be one we give away. Okay, earlier we had a preview of the Super Bowl. This could be the preview of the NFC Championship game. We're going to lose one to the Steelers and beat them in the Super Bowl. We're not going to lose to the Buccaneers. It's going to be damn close. Damn close. They're going to be playing down there for this one. They're going to be coming to our place to see who gets to go to the Super Bowl. We're going to win both those games. Alright, after the big win against the Bucs, we're going to come in and we're not going to have a trap game. We're going to have a trap play. Bears fans, this game is going to remind you of the Super Bowl you lost to the Colts. Some schlep on your team is going to be returning kicks at that point, and he's going to be really fast somehow. He's going to run back the opening kick of this game for a touchdown. Those are the only points you're going to get all game. We're going to wake up after that and go, whoa, 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 whoa. We just beat the Bucs on the way to the playoffs. We can't let the Bears come in here and do anything more like this today. So all season, the Bears will score 7 points against the Lions. You realize I'm saying this. On nothing but a kickoff return.
The Bears!
We wish Cincinnati a shitty Christmas. We wish Cincinnati a shitty Christmas. Yeah. The Browns are on their way up, Cincinnati on their way down. The state of Ohio is changing. And for Christmas this year, we are going to deliver Marvin Lewis an embarrassing loss in his final season as coach of the Bengals, because he's finally going to be fired. And yeah, our cats are stronger than your cats. New Year's Eve, Packers come to town. This is where we make our final regular season statement of the year and let everybody know whose division this is from here into the near future. It's no longer going to be Aaron Rodgers' division. This is Matthew Stafford's division. It's going to be a close game again. We come down to the fourth quarter to decide it. Week 17, Lions over the Packers. All right. We have the plan. We know what's going to happen. We know we're going to be the best football team in early February when all is said and done. We'll be the last team to get a W this year. We know it's going to happen. Come on, fellas. Listen to your leader on offense and on defense. On defense, more. Let's figure out who that leader is going to be. If we can get that one guy like we have on the offensive side of the ball with Matthew Skywalker, if we can get his counterpart, we get an Obi-Wan Lodi Nada. He's got the provenance for it. Like I said, it's all going to come down to the defense. I love the talent and the high character guys that we picked in the draft. I think, again, they're going to play, above their years. So let's just get out there and do what we need to do each week. Work hard. Get the job done.
The Bears.
No.
Go!